Are you saying goodbye to sticks and bricks?
Oh my gosh, I have to live in a van. How am I ever going to do that? I'm going to show you my sink. I'm going to show you my running water first, but we got a long video. We're going to talk about sticks and bricks, and we're going to talk about van life. So welcome if you're new to van life. All right, so I'm reaching right here. I have a cup holder. I'm going to show you my running water. All right, here's how I clean my dishes. This is soapy water mixed in soap and water. It's the environmental friendly kind. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my brain. And this is surge rips a lot. We got them fixed again. And all it is I poke holes in here in the top with a safety pin. And let's see if we can get my running water going. Ah, look at that. We got running water. All right. I just thought I'd be funny. Got a great video for you. Here we go. Good morning, Ma Terry here along with her fabulous little co-star, Miss Lucy. Say good morning, Miss Lucy. Oh, she still got the tiredness in her, doesn't she? Yes, she does. She has the sleepies going on. All right, I'll set you down. And live from the Crafty Camper, it's Ma Terry. Anyhow, we are putting things in our drawers. We have beads going on. So I have like 10 more drawers that I need to finish up. So yay, having a fabulous time doing it. But what do I want to talk to you about today? All right, so, and I'm so sorry, I do have insomnia, so a lot of this is off script. Sorry about that. Anyhow, someone brought up, California is really expensive, and it is. Gas this week just went up 50 cents a gallon, so now we're at $6 a gallon, and, it went from $5.50 to $6 overnight, and people are thinking about fleeing the state. Why? Because they can't afford their apartments. They may have a really nice job, but I was listening to one person, and she said she might have to work 50 to 60 hours a week to basically afford her sticks and bricks. And my thing is let's rethink the sticks and bricks. So I was over at one of my friends' places out here, and I went to get a cup to get some water. And so I open up their pantry, and they have like 10 tall drinking glasses and about 10 short drinking glasses and another 10 coffee cups. Now this person lives single, and I'm like, then for lunch we were going to have spaghetti. She had over 25 bowls and maybe 50 plates, and I'm like, ay, 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 we can downsize a little bit, can't we? Now I'm going to show you, I have a collapsible cookware, so when I want to cook a soup, Ma Terry loves her soup, right? Yes, I do. I just, where's my bowl? How many bowls do I have? Well, one person living in the van, and believe it or not, when we have camping get-together, you bring your own bowl, you bring your own fork, you bring your own knife, because most of us only have one. There we go. That it collapsed down into my little, now you can put the pasta in my bowl, can't you? Need a plate? Here we go. There's my plate. Sorry, nothing fancy going on here. All right. Oh, I wanted to show you this, and then I'm going to talk about how I live in a van. Oh my God, how does she live in a van? Oh, it's so tiny. It's awful. It's horrible. And she probably gets mugged and robbed constantly. None of that's true. Over at the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous, Sarah Maghart made these beautiful buttons as part of a fundraiser for the Home on Wheels Alliance. So hopefully she'll be there this year. Beautiful little button. I love it. See you down the road or in a van down by the river. Love it. So I'm going to talk to you about my normal life, and it's not normal for you, but it's very normal for me. So some people travel, they just constantly travel around the United States. I have different travel things. Bob travels differently. I know in years past, he would come down to the deserts and winter down here, and then he would go up to the Sierra Madres and camp up there. He doesn't travel around the United States like I do. I do winter camping, and then I do summer fall camping, and both are different. During the summer and fall, it's too hot. It's too hot in Palm Springs. It gets to 120, 130 degrees. I am off traveling. I am up north. I am in South Dakota. I'm in the place where Glacier National Mountain Park is. Y'all know where I'm talking about. I may hit Niagara Falls. This year I probably will hit Maine. Wherever it's cooler, that's where I'm going to go to. Ooh, I just thought Nova Scotia. That'll be fun. And, I do it all on a budget. Of course, you all watch my budget videos. I'm not cheap. It's just, this is the way I live, I have more fun than I'm supposed to. During the summer and during the fall, that's when I hit all the wonderful art museums. I go to planetariums. Sleep. I do all sorts of neat adventures, but during the winter, when it's brutally cold in the rest of the United States, I just stay in the desert region, and my backyard is New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, and Southern California. And I'll tell you about a normal, typical day. Now, I could be on BLM land. I could be at Lake Havasu at the London Bridge, but normally I stay up in Bullhead City. Why? Because I like it there. So I'm going to start the day for you. Just give you an idea. So the alarm goes off at 6 in the morning. I'm always up. People know when you stealth camp, get in late at night, leave early in the morning. That's what I do. So at 6 in the morning, I wake up, and I usually go into my fridge. Why? The night before, I either went to Dollar General or Family Tree, and I got a microwavable breakfast. Do I have a microwave in my camper? Of course I don't. But I know I'm going to take a 15-20 minute drive to the dog park, and I have my little Hot Logic. Now, this is a nice little cooker. I think it gets up to 165 degrees. You can get them either in 12 volt or 110 volt. This is the small one. I also have the much larger one if I want to do a pot roast, which will sit all day. So this normally takes about 30 to 40 minutes to heat up my breakfast, and I wrap it in blankets and everything to keep that heat in. And I do have a big battery back there, so I can use the battery. I can, use the 12 volt. Anyhow, we're going on too much about my breakfast. So first thing in the morning is I start heating up my breakfast, or I could go to my favorite little burrito place and get one for $3.99. The choices. Anyhow, so I get my breakfast going, roll out of bed, jump in the cab of the van. Of course, I stealth camped. I don't think you have to stealth camp at the casinos. I just do it because I don't want to upset the normal people. And then we start our slow drive over to the dog park. Of course, I have a little bucket that I use, a nighttime bucket, and I call it dumping the tank. So I find a place to dump it, and I have videos on where to properly dispose of your bathroom stuff. So, it's a nice little long drive. I may stop at Dollar Tree if I have to pick up something. And basically, we get to the dog park about 6:37 in the morning. Might eat my breakfast. Oh, the only thing this thing really doesn't cook well is eggs. You will never cook eggs in this thing, so forget about it. So, okay, so we'll get to the dog park area 6:30, maybe 7 o'clock. It all depends on what I'm doing. And then I'll eat my breakfast, and right along the river, they have this beautiful river walk. It goes on for miles. Best time is in the morning, early morning, to go and walk it. Right, Miss Lucy? All right. So then after we walk along the river, everybody's there at the dog park. All of her friends. Scooby-Doo is there. Stanley and Angie. Josie, we miss you all. She has like 20, 25 little dog friends that she loves to go and play with. So we'll play at the dog park for an hour and a half. We'll gab with everybody. Oh my God, it's so much fun. And then after that, hold on, we got a noisy thing outside. All right, and then after that, I may go for another walk and think about lunch. Now, I do have a couple of favorite restaurants. I could make my lunch. I have a refrigerator. I could make, I love peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, my favorite, on sourdough toast, to die for. I could make me a Sammy. I have a favorite all-you-can-eat buffet, $10, and it's all the shrimp I can eat. Knowing inflation, it probably went up to $12 or $13. Please don't get rid of the shrimp. Please don't get rid of the shrimp. And sometimes it's wing night on Tuesday, or I may drive by. There's a Sam's Club conveniently close, and I love their pizza, the combination pizza. Costco does not have the combination pizza anymore. I don't know what they're doing. They have a couple of my favorite stores. I may go shopping. They have a Hobby Lobby. They have really good thrift stores out there. They're not like California thrift stores. You can actually buy things at a bargain. That's why I love St. George, Utah. Oh my gosh, I know the best thrift stores out there. Or in the afternoon, I may just sit inside, do some jewelry, do arts and crafts. I may bring out my little paint box, paint the river, paint a nice little idyllic scene. I have a wonderful time. Now in the afternoon, about 4 o'clock, we may go back to the dog park. Yes, we might. You know, it all depends on who shows up at the dog park. And, you know, there's so many hiking trails out there. Oh my gosh, we have so much fun. Dinner's always something simple. I might even just heat up a can of soup in my Hot Logic, right? I could do that. And then when it starts getting dark, I head over to the casinos. Now, I do gamble. I play 5 pennies. 5 lines for a penny, and if I lose over $2 to $3, I walk away. I walk along the river walk. I find it beautiful, and I am a YouTuber, so I have quite a busy life, answering comments, getting back to people. But most of the time, you know, it's cold, and I love it being cold. You know, it can be 30 degrees out there, but in my van, we're nice and toasty at 60 degrees. And next month, I'll show you how to winterize your van. So I don't use heater or anything. The most I have is a crackle candle, which I love. It just sounds like crackle, crackle, crackle. It's a lot of fun. But, you know, if I don't want to be in the casino, I can sit in here. And, yeah, it's going to be dark at night. I have this totally stealthed out. And I just put on my headlamp and do my jewelry making. And people look at me, you know, they light up this whole house. You know, we're talking about a comparison of a house. It's like, why do you need to light up a whole room or anything? I mean, you want the light where your eyes are, right? I mean, it makes sense to me. It doesn't make sense to a lot of normal people, or whatever you call yourself, that live in sticks and bricks. So I beat here all at night. You know, if it's, let's say it's a windy, crappy day outside, and you say, oh my God, how does she do it? How does she stay in the van? How do you take your dog for a walk? Well, they have a mall with nothing at all in it. They have a huge art gallery in the mall, and that's it. Or we go to Home Depot, we walk around Sam's Club. They have some really big stores that we can get our steps in. So that's my life. Is it lonely? No. Is it fun? Yes. Am I paying $3,000 a month in rent? No. My life is simple. Like I said, I mean, I have how many cooking things do I have? Well, I have my, well, I do have solar cookers, but usually I use my little butane stove, a little fry pan, my little soup bowl. Hold on, let me show you this. Oh my gosh, look what I found. Look what I found. All right, you know the drill. You know the drill. Thumbs up it. Got to get in that algorithm. Oh my gosh, I made that a year ago. That's the kind of arts and crafts fun I have. And up here, this is my stove top. And let me get this down. And I will show you. I should have been better prepared. I didn't know there would be a test. All right, let me show you how this works. All right, so here's how it sits there, okay? Now in here, I have my crock pot, I have my tea kettle, I have everything I want. Ba-bam, there it is. All right, and this is See the Summit. This is my cookware. So that has a strainer lid. Oh, I lost my tea kettle lid. It's right back there. But this, ba-bam. So in case you missed it, there you go. There's my tea kettle. Ba-bam. There's my pot. And that's my fry pan. Oh, and you're saying, you can't fry like that. Okay, this makes really great corn tortillas. This crisps up everything. This is what I call my toaster. And here's my fry pan that I use for scrambled eggs and everything. So, you know what? Like I said, you can't use a Hot Logic for scrambled eggs. Hold on. So that's my whole stove and cook area. You know, people are like, boo hoo hoo, I could never give up, you know, my stove and stuff like this. And it's so precious to them. But what you have is you have time or money. I have all the time in the world to do anything I want. And right now I'm working on my health. You know, do I have a lot of money coming in? No, but that's okay. I have a good amount of money. We never go hungry. And we have a lot of adventure. And, you know, this lifestyle, it doesn't have to cost a lot. It does not. You can live in a Prius almost just as good as I live in here. These are just not safe times. You know, right now we can't find a lot of supplies on the shelves. So, you know, hopefully this country will return back to normal, to where our shelves are overflowing with food and water and everything. And when it does, I may consider. I actually had a few thoughts this week of going back to the Prius, but I just slowed down my camping, you know, as a way to make this lifestyle more affordable. All right, so that's a brief intro to van life. Now I'm going to talk to you just for a couple of minutes about my insomnia. Like the bunny line, yesterday we took 1 step forward and 3 steps back. So that's why maybe this video is a little disorienting. I'm hoping I did good. They did bring up a good therapy for me. I do a lot of left brain activities, so they suggested something right brain. This is my new task at night, color. So when I can't sleep, I sit in bed and I color. So I just started last night. Yay, look at that. Isn't that wonderful? But believe it or not, I think this therapy may work. Anyhow, we're going to get off the phone right now. We're going to hang up, aren't we, Miss Lucy? And what do we say? We will see you down the road. Bye. I hope everyone has a great weekend. I'm going to think about doing videos on art, the business of art, if I can pull myself together. Last night, it was not a good night for sleep, so but I am going to try. All right. Bye from Mom, Terry, and Miss Lucy.